Good evening, everybody. I apologize, we're a moment late. It is a little after 6, and the problem is one of my screens here wasn't operational and I swapped it out for another. So there you go, that's it. Be prepared. The right attitude and approach, isn't it? And indeed, I was, in that I had a screen available. Now we're ready. I'm going to dive straight in. Good evening, Sean, Ben, Dan. Welcome, everybody. It's nice to see you on. It is the 29th of January 2024, and I intend to run through some stuff here and then end the recording as we often do in order that the members can ask detailed questions about our strategies, our detailed in use strategies. You're all good with that? Yeah, I'm going to assume so. I will want some of you to unmute later. You don't have to, but if you do, that would be appreciated. You'll see as I get through the chat and the notes anyway. And here we go. I call upon these persons here present. Anyone ever got married? Or went to a wedding, in fact? If you did, you heard those words. Now, I'm calling on you in much the same way as we did in our mindset session of last week, because this is similar. I want to reinforce some things with you. I want you to cast your mind back to Thursday morning of last week, or in fact Thursday evening. Either will do, but let's go with the morning session first, the 25th of January 2024. The DAX was rangy, and I advised you all that I'd seen parts of the setup that I was waiting for. Again, stop me if I lie. I was, or we were, still awaiting the sensible signal part of our DRS, divergence, rejection of a line, and signal. It hit at the level I predicted and spoke aloud in the session for all to hear. We did the same on Thursday evening, but we didn't have to wait so long. We were looking for the Dow, we got our sell-off, we got our long. The long appeared better than the short. Doesn't matter, we got it. We got what we were looking for. That is really what matters. So, a jury of my peers, we waited, and finally at about 9:46 in that morning session, we got the entry that we were seeking. We got our pips. And granted, it wasn't 50 or 100 pips, but it was, in all fairness, a well-measured and well-managed and very well predicted move. It achieved more than 10 pips, probably 15 to 20. But as I always and often state, 10 pips per hour will do the job. It will sure keep away the need for an updated CV anyway. If we continue to adopt and enforce discipline, if we continue to adopt and enforce best practice within our trading sessions, be they mutually beneficial group sessions or our own individual sessions. If we adopt and enforce best practice within those trading sessions, this is the way. So, can I ask anyone, if you were there Thursday morning and ideally Thursday afternoon and or even, can any one of you unmute just for the recording and prove that we are in fact the real deal here and that we adopt and enforce discipline on our charts and in our sessions? Anyone want to pipe up for me?
I was
Yes,
there.
There you go.
on Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, should I say? And yeah, it was amazing.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And thank you, Shane, as well. It was Dan and Shane, and I appreciate you both. Go on, Shane, you want to say more?
Yeah, I was there for both sessions, and We were patient, waited for it, and caught pips both times.
There you go. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. The reason I want it stated and clear is that so many people out there always think, oh, this trading malarkey thing is a scam. There's a neighbour of mine who said he was interested and he wanted to get his son into it, but they watched this thing and they obviously watched something horribly scammy and ridiculous, and it was Bitcoin, and yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then suddenly nobody had any money left. Well, of course, it moves really, really quickly. If you're going to trade something outlandish and fast, then you've got to be pretty outlandish or fast or resilient enough to bounce back yourself. We trade sensible markets. We trade the NAS, the Dow, the DAX, the FTSE. We do look at some currencies. And of course, this week, my learned friends, we have the all-day session in which I intend to look at FTSE and DAX in the morning and Dow and NAS in the afternoon. The Dow, it will come with a warning to people who are new and not fully familiar with the best strategies yet, that they got to take it easy and maybe stick with the NAS. That's just the way. That is the right way. There you go, Philip. Right there. I'll be honest, I was skeptical before joining, not anymore. I appreciate that. Thank you. We are the real deal, that's for sure. That proves to each and every one of us here present that there is a right way, and we know that way. We've not seen our bottoms handed to us in a full-on witnessed live session, so you can imagine I put more, I don't put more effort. I was going to say I put more discipline, I put more focus into my individual sessions because I've only got me to worry about. So hopefully you can imagine that the level of preparation is the same, or perhaps a bit more for our group sessions, but certainly the discipline, it's all there when I trade alone. Then, since we're all happy with that little bit, and it is, I like to keep them kind of short and sweet, these how sessions, because remember, I make them public. Everyone can see this is the, and is Aaron on? No, wouldn't you know? Aaron was looking for the settings for this, the red light, green light, and you'd know it, wouldn't you? The guy that needs to be here is off trying to find those settings instead of joining in the session, because I made it absolutely clear to everybody that, and I made it clear because of Wednesday, if everybody remembers Wednesday evening, when somebody asked a very, very, I mean, a valid question, but very, very basic, wasn't it? So I made it clear that I would end the recording and we will then open up for questions on our strategies, the good bits, the busy bits, and how we best cut through the trees when there's a need to see the wood for the recording. Trade safe, everyone. I'll end that recording now, and I will say look forward to seeing you on the next live session.